Hi, it's Ben for PageGame, and this video I'll be reviewing the LEGO City Jungle half-track mission, set number 60159. Here is the first minifig of the set, and the first minifig of the set is a Jungle Explorer. Overall, this is a very simple minifig, however it does have some nice details to it. I really like the torso printing on this minifig because it's really well detailed. There's details such as the wires going over his shoulder, and various creases in what he's wearing, along with some pouches and a walkie-talkie. So in general, it's a really good torso print, especially for a jungle setting. I also really like the face printing on this minifig, because it really seems fitting for a jungle setting. It's got some really scruffy facial hair, and also a scar on the left side, so in general, it's just a really good face print for a jungle LEGO City theme. Around the back of this minifig, there's some more torso printing, which shows a hood, and the wires continuing on the other side of his shoulder. Here is the second minifig of the set, and the second minifig of the set is another Jungle Explorer. This Jungle Explorer is slightly simpler than the previous one, but it does still have some nice details to it. The printing on the front of this minifig is kind of simple, there's just a few straps and a few creases. I really like the hairpiece that's used on this minifig, because it's really detailed and there's lots of different lines and very nice texture in this piece. So in general, it's just a really good hairpiece. This minifig has a alternate face where she's looking really scared, there's sweat coming down her face, and she's got a scar, possibly caused by the panther. I think this is a really expressive facial expression, and it's a really good face print. I also really like the torso print on the back of this minifig, because it's really well detailed. There's lots of nice details such as a water bottle, some straps, and a wire which is leading to a walkie-talkie. In general, it's just a really good torso print. This set also includes a panther, and this is a really good version of a panther in LEGO form. The overall design for this panther is very simple. It's mostly in black, but there's a little bit of printing for the nose and the eyes, and that little bit of printing adds a lot of personality to this piece, and it's a really good mould. In general, it just looks really good. Overall, this is a really great LEGO representation of a panther, and it's a really great inclusion in this set. Here's the first side build of the set, and the first side build of the set is this small little temple. This is relatively simple, but there are a few features and a few nice details to it. I really like the colour scheme for this build, because the gold combined with the tan and the little bits of rocks around the side does look really good. I also like how the plants are integrated with the building, as it shows that they've sort of grown around the building, and that just looks really good in this build. One thing that I don't really like about the design is the use of the red pieces and blue pieces on the inside. Like, they're barely even seen, but they are a bit distracting once you notice them, and they do definitely detract from the overall design of the build. This build does include a simple feature, so essentially a minifig would try to grab this gem back here, they'd pull on this, and a spider would come launching out of them. Now, whilst that's a good feature in theory, it doesn't really work that well, because you have to pull it really fast and really hard to get it to actually work. And so, if you don't, then the spider just sort of flops down, and it doesn't really look particularly good. But I mean, if you can get it to work properly, then it will launch at the minifig, and it's quite a good feature. So I just wish that it was perhaps tested slightly better, so it works slightly more well. On the back of this build, there are various pieces exposed, such as Technic bricks and Technic pins. I wish those were covered up a little bit more, so it looked a bit better. Overall, I really like the design and colour scheme of this build, however, the inside and the back of it do look kind of ugly, and also the feature doesn't work as well as I think it should. Here is the second side build of the set, and the second side build of the set is this little vehicle. This vehicle overall is very simple, however it does have some nice design features to it. I really like the main colour for this vehicle because it's really bright and it really stands out. And I also really like the engine because it's really big and it's a really good design for a LEGO engine. And also the two lights on the front definitely add a lot of personality to this design. I also really like the big wheels as they seem fitting for a jungle setting because they'll be able to get over rough terrain. And this vehicle has a box at the back and a seat for a minifig. Overall, this is a really good design for a simple, small vehicle. Here is the main build of the set, and the main build of the set is a half-track vehicle. This is a really good design for a vehicle, and I really like the colour scheme, and also it seems really fitting for a jungle theme. I really like the design for this vehicle, because firstly, the half-track design makes it look really unique, and secondly, just the overall design looks really good. I really like the small details such as the lights on the roof, and the vents on the front of the engine. I also like the front of the build because it has a really nice design, and some really good shaping to it, such as the roll bar being used on the front, and also the little gaps here where the wheels are. I think just overall the design looks really good. I also really like how this build has lots of spaces for minifigs, such as the cab at the front, and this big area at the back where you could probably fit 4 to 5 minifigures. So in general, it's just really nice how much space there is in this build. I also really like how easy this thing is to roll. It can just roll really smoothly and really fast, and it works really well. The final feature of this build is this chain at the back, which can be used to drag minifigs and builds around on the ground. Overall, I really like this build because it has a really good design and the features work really well. This set also includes a bunch of smaller things, such as this build for a fire, which just includes a firepiece, a hollow stud, and this plate piece. This really nice spider mold, which is simple but really good. A chicken drumstick, a box of accessories, which includes a metal detector, a walkie-talkie, a camera, and a frying pan. So these are all relatively simple, but they are nice inclusions in the set nonetheless. That'll be it for this review. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like and subscribe.